Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Marketing Mindset Mastery podcast. I am your host, Marie Mason, and we've got a special surprise for you. So please stick around for today's show. Um, really wanted to dive into today. So before we go any further, let me just say we have really a great show lined up, and you don't want to miss it. It's going to be something of a unique spin of things. So you're going to have fun. As always, we're going to have some really fun and laugh today. So our guest that will be sharing some great tips and ideas in how to make your marketing and mindset work for you and learn how to set up your business for success. So stick around for some action steps that you can apply now and some great gifts from our show. So before we begin to bring up our guests, let's share some top tips of the week. The topic of today's tips are boost your business with podcasts. Now, the three areas in which you need to understand that is one, boost your brand awareness. Two, leverage your guest audience lists, okay, with their permission. And then three, repurpose your content from the video. So we're going to get into a deep dive. But before I do that, I'm going to introduce our guest today and a little bit about her background, and we're going to get into today's video. So I wanted to do it in a little different format. So if it seems a little bit different, it is. I'm trying something new, so just bear with me. If I do make any mistakes, just remember, we all learn from mistakes. Please be forgiving. I am a work in progress, and just like everybody else, right? So basically, welcome back to the Marketing Mindset Mastery podcast with your host, Marie Mason. And today's special guest is Sarah Gacuchi, who is going to be interviewing myself, which is Marie Mason. Sarah is a digital marketing strategist from Kiambu, and she's going to help interview me today. So I really don't want to sit there and give all my information on this up front. I would like to sit there and go ahead and share the video that we did together, and then I will come back and do a conclusion. So, and then you'll also get to know how to get in touch with me if you want to be a podcast speaker, if you want to be a guest, as a guest for the show and give some great value to our show and share some gifts. Also, we're always looking for someone who would like to, test pilot the co-host position. So if you are interested in either one of those, or just connect me with my podcasting service, which we're going to be talking about today's show, I would love to get connected with you. So we will give all that information at the end of the show. It will also be in our YouTube videos. It will also be on our Facebook and on LinkedIn. And so please make sure you get in touch and look out for those as well. And with that, let's not forget, whenever you guys are liking our podcast on YouTube or LinkedIn or any place like or Facebook or any other location, whether you are sharing it or making comments, we so appreciate it. It is so important. I really have a big love to go. I want to reach about 3 to 5,000 viewers by the end of 2022. Let's make that happen, and you are going to be an integral part of it. So if you are watching this show today, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another episode, and make sure you share it with us. And you know what? You might even find yourself one day being a guest on the show. And I would love to have you on the show. I love interviewing people. It is one of my passions to really bring out the best in everybody and really showcase what everybody's strengths are, and all across the world, because videos in our YouTube channels and social media, it makes it for a much smaller world when we can all bring out the best in each other. And I really want to be a positive influence in the world. So with that, let's get started. I'm going to do something really, really cool with you. And so just bear with me as I learn a new process. So we are going to introduce Sarah in just and now for her feature. Come on down, Sarah. Anyway, so would you like to go ahead and start, Sarah? I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know. How do you want? We can always see if we can edit this first minute if we have to.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see if we can edit, but I would like to say thank you so much for coming for this value talk. It's not supposed to take more than 20 minutes, possibly not more than 20 minutes. And okay, I don't want to do the introduction. I would love you to do the introduction so that you can make it, like I said, short and sweet. Yeah, okay. It's a value talk, so we're going to make it as short as.
Gotcha. No worries. I really appreciate you coming in, and I look forward to sharing with you and your audience a few quick tips, and can't wait to get started. So anyway, do you want to have me tell you at least what I do real quick?
Yes. Yes. Okay.
So my name.
Your business journey. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. My name is Marie Mason, and I am actually on a mission to empower 100 transformation coaches, any kind of transformation coach, to anywhere around the world to help you increase your confidence in planning your podcasts. And what we do with Liberty Virtual Solutions is that we give you the tools to help you prepare your podcast launch so that you can have a successful show. Mm-hmm. And in addition to that, I owning a consultant agency. I'm also a business mindset coach, a podcast host, and an author of a new children's book. So, and I really also have a husband and a teenage son who's finishing up 10th grade in high school right now in the next couple of weeks. And my topic today is on boost your business podcasts. So, do you have any questions? I know you got a handful of questions from me, Sarah, so I figured I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, so I just have 3 questions for you. Just a summary about what you do in your business and how you help clients with your podcasting. Yeah, so.
Okay. So, like I said earlier, I am a business, I'm a consultant, more like a podcast consultant, but I also help people with their businesses as well. And really what I said earlier is I literally help people increase their confidence. I help them with planning their podcasts. And here's how. We help them with getting their mindset right, and helping them overcome their fears and anxieties. Because let's face it, I had fears and anxieties when I started podcasting, being in front of a camera. Because you don't have a live audience. You're doing it in front of a camera. And so even if you had a live audience in front of a camera, some people are you get a little stage fright and little butterflies in your stomach when you're first getting on stage and stuff like that. Well, you can have that on video as well. And the key thing is I learned a lot of tips and tricks to overcome that, partially through experience and partially through having coaches. So I got a lot of good tips from that. And I teach my clients how to overcome those fears and anxieties in front of the camera. And then I have like 4 milestones to help them accomplish their podcast launch. I help them with the setup. I help them with the pre-podcast planning. I help them with the production side, which is, when we're actually recording it. And I just teach them and walk them through that process. So I also teach them the post stuff. What do they do afterwards? And I also help review a couple of their episodes and give them some feedback at the end. So that's our process, very simply put. And it really what it is, it's helping you get success. I've helped several people already launch successful podcasts, and some are still running today. And some are getting to launch next year. So it's exciting to see everybody and I love the idea stage. I love being able to help create that process, because it's inspirational to me, and it also is inspirational to them, because I can give them some feedback and ideas, and I'm really good at validating what their ideas are. But I also will let them know and give them positive feedback about how they can tweak it. Because let's face it, it's not always perfect, but sometimes you just need a little polishing of an idea, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Awesome. Um, Please tell us about how podcasting can boost my business or anyone's business.
So if anyone's a business owner out there, whether you're traditional and have a store or whether you're online, there's some things that you might want to use a podcast for that. And I think people who have podcasts that are online, they're going to be used to being online anyway, right? You're going to be in front of Zoom a lot, right? So here's how podcasting has helped my business and also will help your business as well. So the three top tips, and I'll give the quick summary and then I'll go into some details. First, it will boost your brand awareness. 2, you can leverage your guest's audience. And 3, you can repurpose your content. And I've been told I'm the queen of repurposing content. So anyway, long story short, the first one is boost your brand's awareness. So basically, podcasts builds your clout. They give you credibility, right? It also increases your authority as a leader in your industry. And it also generates attention to your business brand. So you're sharing about who you are and what is it that you do, just like we're doing today's video, right? And then it also helps you to reach more people, because let's face it, people are video oriented more than they are written. Not everyone has time to read 20 to 60 page worth of workbooks, but they can sit there and read a 20-minute video. So to make sure you also add links and offers and when you're in your video, your podcasts, and because that will help you increase your database, and as a result, will generate more leads to create a better conversion rate to boost your company's profitability. The second one is leveraging your guest list. Pretty simply put, one of the most effective ways that's helped me increase my reach and leveraging networks and growing my LinkedIn page and growing my email list was reaching out to my podcast guests and helping and have them share their information, my podcast, with their video link and their offers and my offers to their lists. And so basically, you're just inviting them to help share everything. And it's just, whether it's through email or social media, however, which way you want to go, people pay attention to that. And it grows, and it also helps you get in front of their audience. And so that grows your network. And I have gotten a lot of referrals from my podcast guests because they're willing to share that with you as a thank you for being as a guest on the show. I don't expect much from my guests on my podcast, but I do encourage them that if they know anybody that would like my services or would like to connect with me, I'd be happy to talk to them, and they already know how I'm like. So they've already got that know, like, and trust factor, which is another reason for doing podcasts, is create that know, like, and trust factor with people that you're talking to. And most guests are really keen in helping you promote that, really focused on helping you promote their episodes, because it showcases them as well. And it makes it easy for guests to share, creating snippets and quotes and images of other content. So the last thing I wanted to share was repurposing your content. Once you have video, you can take snippets, like I was just saying, and you could do a quote, or you could do take a segment of the podcast, like each one of these points, like the repurposing content, that could be a segment that you can do little snippets and share it with the video. And you can repurpose that same video and take a snippet from each segment. And then you can also create 100 of blog posts. You can create a workbook using the script. You can do show notes. Anything's possible. So the only thing that's limited is your creativity. That's the only thing that's limiting you. So the key thing is you want to be able to have links to be able to drive traffic to your emails or your channels, because you want to be able to make sure you hone in on organically reaching your target market.
Yes.
So really quickly, the 5 repurposing elements, they're the 5 top ones are: 1, sharing sound bites, graphic design, with a clear copy that little tips and tricks, kind of copy. And then 3 teaser videos, like short little video clips, 3 minutes or 30 seconds, and then value videos like we're doing today, evergreen content, and add people to your mailing list, like a sales page almost. So those are just some really quick tips that I hope that will help add value to your audience. And that's pretty much sums that section up. Does you have any other questions?
Yes, I have the last question. And someone told me, as a startup, it's become too hard for them to find podcast opportunities because they're looking for ways to grow their business, but it's getting hard to get these free opportunities. How would you advise them to on what to do?
That's a really great question. I get that question a lot. How do I land my podcast gigs, And there's so many options out there that people aren't aware of. So I'm going to try to, some of it's on my notes, some of it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and dive on it. But really, really quickly, some of my podcast guests are also having podcast hosts themselves. So depending on what your topics are, that an audience, and if you could work out an arrangement with them, that's one way. The second arrangement is referrals. Who would be a good fit for my show, or do you know anybody who's looking for speakers? Because referrals are key. I've gotten on several podcasts because of referrals. And when I talk referrals, I ask them for speaking gigs as well, for myself. And I also have clients who also ask me too. And then it's about leveraging the list of who you already know. They might know people that if they don't have a podcast, they know people, right? And they also are usually willing to, if they've gotten to know you, they're usually willing to share that information with you. And then networking in groups, like Facebook groups especially. I found that there's some podcast groups that you can go and connect with, and that are focused on putting people in front of podcast guests, There's also, I think it's called, there's a website, not a website. Well, yeah, it's like a platform, like a social media platform, but for podcasts. There's 2 of them that I know of. Poddit is one, Poddit. And then there's another one, matchmakerfm.com. No, it is not a dating service. Just to be clear, it is not a dating service. It is a podcasting referral kind of service. So people look you up, and then you put a profile up, they look you up, and they message you for that. That's where I got quite a quarter of my guests from. And then the other one is for the, I don't think of what it's called. The other part is also because they have, I'm drawing a blank what that was. But anyway, the long story short is they reach out to you, and also you can reach out to them. That's what I was trying to say. So the long story short is, do your research too, because if you go on YouTube, do you know how many videos are on there, or on Anchor or Spotify or Speaker or an SPR, is the name of that one. There's so many different platforms. You have to pick. You can choose so many of them. Guess what? Another tip is, go when you see those videos on the podcast and you like with their content and who they are, connect with them. People love it when they say, "Oh, I love this episode and I want to know more about you, and can I interview you, or can I be interviewed on your show?" If they do interviews, So do your research. I mean, people really like being connected to, believe it or not. But if they don't show too many people that are on the podcast as a guest, then I wouldn't necessarily reach out to them per se, unless you want to. But at the same time, look at the ones that do interviews, and then see about reaching out, either being a guest on the show or inviting them to your podcast, or both. I've done even exchanges very nicely that way. So that's pretty much sums up that question. So do you have anything else you want to ask?
I think that's it. Maybe just tell us how we can reach you.
Okay.
What's the easiest way we can reach you?
Okay. So before I want to get into that, I did want to do one quick action step. If that's okay. Just to give them
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
if you have time. The action step I wanted to give your audience is for today is to describe who your target market is. Get really crystal clear.
Yes.
Not just the demographics, because that helps with your searching, but also what are their pain points? You know, what is the number one problem that you solve, that you can solve for them, right? That related to your services. And also keep that when you're going to reach out to those podcast hosts, keep their audience in mind. Keep their focus in mind, because it's not just about you. It's about how you can reach out and help others and shed some good positive messages, good vibes. Because in the end, videos are going to help you to get to know, like, you trust you. And you always want to put your best forward in front of somebody else's audience. That's my biggest takeaway for today. So hopefully that resonated with everybody.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
It actually resonates with my business as well. You have to get to know your target audience. So that's really powerful.
Perfect. Okay, so we're on the same page. Good deal.
Yes, we are.
Awesome. So the last thing you wanted me to do was share what kind of my gift is. So I'm actually offering a free podcast assessments, as well as if they have
free podcast assessment.
Right. So basically, I'm going to help you following our framework that I gave out earlier, which is the 4 pillars, which is the setup, the pre-production, the production, and the post-production. I want to see where you're at in that process and where I can best help you and your audience. And I can give you cool tips and directions on where you can go find some resources as well. So I'm more than happy I really just want to get to know your audience. And then as far as the marketing side, you do all the marketing. So this will be a perfect collaboration because I can send them to you to do all the marketing.
Yeah.
You market podcasts, hosts, guests, and stuff like that. So long story short, I'm here to sit there and just add value to your audience. If they go with me on my services, great. Otherwise, like I said, I've got some resources and people that I'm connected to. We might not be a good fit to work together, but like I said, I have alternatives to people who will be. So I have a large network and be happy to reach out and help you guys out. So, awesome. And that goes for you too, by the way. So anyway, do you have anything else you want to add? Or?
Nothing more. So I'm just looking forward to sharing this because, like I said, I've been talking about collaboration the last few weeks and how it's the best way to build relationships. You cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. You want effective, strong relationships, then collaborate. So exactly. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing and I'm really focused on it. I'm looking forward to sharing this with my community, both on LinkedIn. I actually have a powerful community on LinkedIn and also on Facebook, as well as Instagram. So I'm looking to sharing this and yeah.
Excellent. No, I'm looking forward to it. So I want to just thank you for letting me be on today's value video. I hope that you got some good value tips and hope your audience did too. So don't be strangers, just connect to me. Here's the best way to connect with me. It's www.calendly.com/Marie, V as in Victor, Mason, M-A-S-O-N. And I think I've already given you the links, so you're welcome to share that with the video. And
yes,
yeah, feel free to reach out and connect with me and let me know that you are connected to Sarah. And you saw the value video we did together on Boost Your Business, and I will definitely give you special tips that I don't always give to everybody. So anyway, that's all for today, right? I don't know if you have anything else you wanted to add or want to conclude or.
I think I'm done for today. Maybe you can find some other time and look for other topics to talk about, any value topic to add, because I love the concept, or I love, people talk about giving value, but what do you mean by giving? Free stuff, or what do you mean by giving? So I'm all in giving value that will add to your business right now, because we cannot say it's value and we used to use it in 2020. Value is what can work for us at this particular time. So just looking forward to doing many more of this value interviews in the
Well, the
future.
value is the tips that I've given today.
Yes.
Value
Yes.
is being able to sew into your audience
Yes.
and give them that encouragement that they need to move their business forward.
Yes.
That's what I mean by value. Value isn't just a price tag.
Yes.
Okay. It's not, most people think of value as what is the cost. Okay. It's not, it's just the cost. It's about what you can give, what you can share, like you were saying earlier. It's more like, how can I add to your audience and give them some valuable tips? So that's what I mean by value. Everybody has a different definition. Most of them, like I said, think of it as a price tag. It's not a price tag. It's about what you can give, what can you share, what can you inspire. It's about inspiration. There you go. That's a word for today. Inspiration.
Inspiration. That's powerful.
Maybe we should start calling them inspiration videos.
Yes. But I think we've had so many inspirational videos over the past few years. So I don't know. I'm not really sure, but I would love to do it. I would love to do it still. Still, I would love to do it. Yeah.
We'll have to get together and do some more of these for sure.
Absolutely. I would love to. I would be really happy to do it.
Yeah, me too. I enjoyed it. So would you like me to end the recording for you, or?
Yes, please do.
And then if you want, we'll discuss more afterwards for a few minutes. So hold on. And welcome back. I just wanted to give you a quick conclusion. I hope you really enjoyed today's quick tips on boosting your business with podcasts. And I hope you enjoyed having Sarah as our guest host, co-host. Her name is Sarah Gacuchi, and she was our guest host from Kiambu and is a digital marketing strategist. And I am a podcast host. I'm an author, a business mindset coach, and I own a podcast consulting agency. So with today, let's just wrap up today's show and start off by thanking Sarah for being such a great co-host for today's show. And again, if anyone wants to be a co-host and wants to be like a guest co-host for a show here and there, I'd always would love to have you come join me. So the best thing about today's topic really was helping to share valuable tips on how to help our audience grow their business. And our topic on today's for today's show was boost your business with podcasts, because they create visibility, know, like, and trust, and they help build your brand, and you can leverage your lists, and not to mention repurpose the content. Oh my gosh, so much value out of today's show with the combination of Sarah and myself, Marie. And I want to encourage you to schedule a free podcast assessment. I go over I just have a few questions regarding those 4 key pillars, and really just want to see where you're at with your podcast planning process and how I can help you move the needle forward, because sometimes you just get stuck on ideas, right? Or you get stuck at a point and you just need that little extra boost. And I'm here to help you with that. So go to the calendar at www www.calendly.com/Marie V. Mason. That's Marie V. Mason. And I'm going to guarantee you'll be so glad that you took advantage of that free gift. It'll be the best 30 minutes to an hour in your business that you'll ever have. Try to keep it around 30 minutes, by the way. And then please feel free to join us again on our next episode for more great tips, ideas, and how to make it easy for you to set up your business for success. So until next time, I am your host, Marie Mason, with my lovely co-host for today's show and she's a guest co-host for Sarah Gacuchi. And we're saying goodbye from now, and that ends this week's show. So with that, y'all have a great week. And we're already in the beginning of June 2022. So go have fun this summer. Don't forget to have some sunscreen and make sure you take care of you and enjoy it and enjoy that family time and make the most of your memories. Take pictures, post them on social media, share them with the world. We want to see you guys having fun. But also take your precautions. There's still some other things, viruses going out there. You just have to make sure that you just protect yourself along the way. So with that, hope you all have a great summer. Stick around. We're going to have some more guests coming up. I am lining up some guest speakers for this month, and I'm going to try to sprinkle them in along with maybe doing my own individual shows as well. And we're going to be continuing on through the summer, and we'll let you know what's going on in the fall once I figured out what the lineup is for the fall. So with that, I do hope you guys have a great, safe summer. We will see you back next week, and you're welcome to tune in from anywhere and let us know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear that. So with that, if you have a topic you want us to share, also let us know that too. We love our audience, and we're here to help support you. So with that, have a great week, everybody, and enjoy your summer. Bye.